You are not just a body. You are not just thoughts that come and go. Within you exists an infinite field of energy, a boundless power that waits to be awakened. Yet most people live their lives believing they are small, powerless, and limited. But what if you remembered the truth? What if you realized that within you exists the same power that created stars, oceans, and galaxies? The soul is not limited by circumstances, nor defined by the roles you play. Beneath every layer of fear, doubt, and conditioning, there is an infinite self, pure, radiant, and eternal. The moment you stop identifying with your limitations, you begin to unlock this hidden power. You are more than you believe. You are infinity expressed in human form. This realization changes how you see yourself. Suddenly, struggles feel smaller, because you recognize the vastness behind your existence. When you remember your true nature, life becomes not something to survive, but something to expand into with grace and courage. Most of us live under illusions of weakness, of lack, of not being enough. These illusions are like veils covering the brilliance of your soul. They come from society, from fear, from past experiences, but they are not the truth of who you are. The truth is, you are limitless. Think about it, you have survived storms, heartbreaks, losses, and still here you are. Doesn't that show your strength? Doesn't that prove that your spirit is unbreakable? The world may try to convince you otherwise, but your soul knows the truth. Limitations are real only when you choose to believe in them. Once you see beyond them, your power becomes unstoppable. Every illusion falls away the moment you question it. Ask yourself, who told me I was weak? Who told me I was not enough? Was it really my truth, or was it borrowed from others? When you release those false beliefs, you step into the infinite. Your soul is pure energy, unbound and eternal. Energy cannot be destroyed, it only transforms. This means you are indestructible at your core. Your body may age, your mind may change, but the essence of who you are remains infinite. This is the boundless power you carry within. When you realize this, fear begins to dissolve. Fear only has power when you think you are fragile. But you are not fragile, you are eternal consciousness. With every breath, you can choose to awaken to this truth, to live not from fear but from freedom. The more you tune into your soul, the more you realize there are no limits to what you can create, feel, or become. Every heartbeat carries this eternal energy forward. Every moment of awareness reconnects you with this truth. The energy of your soul is not somewhere far away, it is alive in you now, waiting for your recognition. There is an old story of a man who spent his life searching for treasure. He traveled to distant lands, climbed mountains, and crossed deserts, but he never found it. One day, tired and broken, he returned home. There, under the floor of his own house, he discovered a hidden chest filled with gold. The treasure had always been within his reach, he just didn't know where to look. This is the story of the soul. We search outside, in wealth, relationships, achievements, for fulfillment. Yet the true treasure lies within us. The boundless power we seek has always been inside, waiting to be discovered. When you stop searching outward and turn inward, you uncover the infinite within. The man's mistake was not his journey, but his forgetfulness of home. Likewise, our journeys may be long, but eventually we return inward, where everything we seek has been waiting patiently. Unlocking the soul's power requires awareness. Meditation, silence, and inner reflection are keys that open the door. When you go beyond the noise of the mind, you begin to feel the stillness of your infinite self. From this space, creativity, healing, and clarity flow effortlessly. You no longer struggle, you align. Infinite power is not about controlling the world, it is about aligning with the flow of life. It is about trusting that your inner light knows the way, even when the path seems unclear. The more you connect to your soul, the more effortless your journey becomes. You move from force to flow, from fear to trust. This alignment gives you courage to act, strength to heal, and vision to create. What once felt impossible becomes natural, because you are not drawing from your limited self, you are drawing from the infinite. We often think power means control. But the soul's power is discovered through surrender. When you let go of resistance, of fear, of the need to control every outcome, you tap into a higher strength. Surrender is not weakness, it is trusting the universe, trusting your soul, trusting life itself. When you surrender, you stop fighting and start flowing. You allow divine energy to guide you. In that state, everything feels lighter, clearer, freer. You realize that the soul has always been carrying you, even when you thought you were alone. That is the boundless power, an energy that never leaves, never breaks, never dies. Surrender means opening your hands to receive rather than clenching them in fear. It means realizing that what is meant for you cannot pass you by, and what is not meant for you cannot stay. That is freedom. The infinite within you does not stop at your body, it connects you to all of existence. You are not separate from the stars, from the trees, from other souls. The same energy flows through all. When you realize this, compassion blooms naturally. You stop seeing yourself as small and start seeing yourself as part of the infinite whole. This expansion changes everything. Suddenly, fear of loss fades because you see that nothing is truly lost, it only changes form. You no longer feel alone because you are deeply connected to all life. This is the awakening of your soul's infinite nature. When you expand your awareness beyond yourself, your heart naturally fills with kindness, empathy, and understanding. You see your reflection in every soul, and every soul in you. A drop of water once feared falling from the sky into the ocean, thinking it would be lost forever. But when it finally fell, it realized it had not disappeared, it had become the ocean itself. Its identity had expanded, not ended. This is the story of your soul. You are not separate from the infinite, you are a part of it. When you awaken, you realize you were never just a drop. You were always the ocean in disguise. The boundless power of the infinite has always lived within you. The drop's fear was based on misunderstanding, just as our fears are. In truth, there is no ending, only merging, only returning, only expanding into the whole that has always been home. Silence is the gateway to the infinite. In silence, the illusions of the world dissolve. You are no longer your thoughts, your fears, or your worries. You are pure awareness, limitless, eternal, infinite. Each time you sit in silence, you reconnect with your true essence. Silence does not mean emptiness, it means fullness. It is in silence that you hear the whispers of your soul. In silence, the infinite within you reveals itself. That is why silence is not to be feared but embraced, it is the key to unlocking your soul's power. The more you embrace silence, the more you realize it is not empty space, it is sacred space, filled with wisdom, clarity, and truth. Silence is the language of the infinite. To unlock the boundless power of your soul is to live with freedom, courage, and love. You stop chasing and start flowing. You stop fearing and start trusting. You stop seeing limits and start living in infinity. You are not here to live small, you are here to expand, to shine, to embody the infinite that you truly are. Let your life be a reflection of that truth. Let your presence awaken others. Let your infinite soul shine so brightly that the world remembers its own light. Infinity is not something you reach after life, it is something you live now, with every choice, every breath, every heartbeat. When you embody infinity, you live in your true power.